Hello, this is Paul with Logix Training, and I'm excited to share this with you today. Let me ask you, have you ever been asked if you could develop a PLC programming from a drawing? I remember the first time I was asked that. I said no, I didn't know that anybody could develop a PLC programming from a drawing. Well, I was wrong. I just had never been asked to do that. So we're going to cover a lot of things today. We're going to talk about how to develop a PLC program, at least how to start to develop a PLC program from a drawing. We're going to talk about how a lot of people develop programs from writing. We're going to talk about different drawings and some simulations. But we're going to get into that. We're going to use the eDrawings as our platform, all right? But before we get into that, do me a favor, if this is your first time here, you'd like to learn more about automation programming and design and robotics and integration, subscribe to the page, hit the bell, that way you'll be notified every time we put a video out. So what I do is go ahead and get into this video so that we can get moving along. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about eDrawings. eDrawings is a free SolidWorks viewer. If you're not familiar with what that is AutoCAD has them. A lot of CAD drawings and SolidWorks type drawings have end user viewers. Now you cannot edit the program, the file that you get, but you can open it up and look at it. All right. So, and that's what a eViewer is. It's just a program that will let you view a drawing that has been made, right? You can't edit it, but you can look at it. So that's what we're doing here. So here I have a SolidWorks project that I actually did some work on a few years back. Anyhow, what we've got is this drawing. So a developer will send you a drawing, and then as a PLC developer, you're going to look at it and say, okay, now I have to develop a program. So this is going to have a processor and it's going to have an HMI, right? All right, so let's get right into this. This is pretty neat in the fact that I can manipulate this left and right, and I can move it around. I can look at it. I can rotate it around. There's just a lot of cool features to eDrawing. So in this particular case, I'll go ahead and pan it left and right, right? Okay, I can hit my scroll wheel and hold it and rotate it. Now you can set up your mouse to do this a lot, different configurations, but this is what I'm doing, right? And I can look at this and pan it and look at it, and I can look at this machine every which way that I want. If it gets out of sorts too much, I'll just recenter it. Right? So this is pretty cool. Now, one of the neat features I like, and I'll go over and go to the select, is I'll go ahead and I will select, and I can hide components on the machine, and then I can get a closer look at what's going on underneath. I can just highlight it and hide those items, right? Then I can get really in close. Now in this case, I would be obviously more, in most cases, I'd be more interested in what's going on up here. Oh, there we go. What's going on up here? Because this is where all my I/O is coming in. So in this case, I have, oh man, I got barcode scanners, I got cameras for color, I got cylinders, I got push cylinders, I got a lot going on up here. And this is what I got lasers. I'm going to be very interested in what's going on up here, because what do I need to do? I need to walk around virtually or literally walk around the machine and get a list of all my I/O, right? That's what we'll start with. We're assuming, and it was in my case, I had nothing but this drawing to develop the electrical prints that the electrician would use to build the control panels. So for me, I had nothing but this drawing, right? So I had to get all the I/O and write it all out, and then I would know. Then I would have to actually know how the auto cycle worked. And the nice thing is this particular type of drawing has that feature. I can start with no part, cycle it so that I have parts put in, parts are clamped, the cylinders are driven in. You'll notice that if I go back, they actually slide in, I can get that last action here, which is our part mark right there. And then let's move this out of the way. Then I come down and I can finish and pull my part out, right? And finish. And that's my auto cycle. So now I know all my I/O. I know all my hardware. I can envision this machine. I have a very good idea what my HMI is going to need to look like. I know what all my how this is set. I may not know all the parameters yet. What air pressure I need to run that at, etc. But I have a pretty good idea. I'm not, I have to configure how many cylinders or valve pack I will need, how to develop that. But essentially I have all my hardware right here. All right. And I know what my auto cycle is. So in theory, you should be able to come up with a decent PLC program that includes all the information. Now, these boxes here were what we call bingo boxes. So these here would have different lights, would tell me if any parts are missing. So we would have them in there. So I'd have to count that into my I/O. Now, the neat thing in addition is that the fact that I can recenter this, and I can actually, there's a lot of features in here. I couldn't possibly get through all of them, but it does give the end user the ability to view the entire project, take a look at the whole thing. So if you're the customer, this would be really great to be able to review your product. If you're the PLC or the developer, if you're the machine builder, this drawing becomes crucial to you building the machine exactly the way it was designed to be built. All right, so this is Paul with Logix Training. If you'd like to learn more about automation, you have any questions, put them down in the down below, and I'd love to answer them for you and help you learn more about how to develop a PLC program from just using a drawing. All right. So until next time, keep programming, my friends.